Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and Revere High sports fans everywhere. This is Peter DiGiulio along with Mike Hinojosa at Arlington High School for the first round of the girls volleyball state tournament between seventh-seeded Arlington High School at 12-8 and ninth-seeded Revere High School at 10-9. Mike, it's been a long season. I can't believe it's to the end, but this is the fifth year in a row that Revere High School has made the tournament in volleyball. And as you know, your daughter played for a long time.
Yep.
And it's been a fairly successful program, but we've never been able to get over the hump. You know, we get to the tournament, and then we kind of...
Yeah, but that's I mean, Peter. Again, the program's building. Again, for years we weren't in the tournament. You know, to have 5 consecutive winning seasons just bodes well for how the athletes that we have coming into Revere High School. So
plus we have a first-year coach, a coach that never coached volleyball before in her life, Leanne O'Hara, and you know what a big fan I am of hers.
Yep. From
basketball, and I think she's done an amazing job this year. And they've had injuries. Arguably their best player, Valentina Pepic, was out for 5 games with an ankle injury. And then the first day she came back, Emily DiGiulio went out with a similar injury and missed 6 games. So for the last 11 games, they haven't been without 2 of their better players.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. I heard last night when I officiated a game at Hamilton Wenham that Arlington's a very good team. And they have 8 losses only because they're in the Middlesex League and they play the Iron. So we'll see.
All right, our national anthem.
Well, Mike, Revere TV, we do it all. I mean, this is only the second volleyball game I believe has been done. And tonight, Phil Goldich is going to handle the football game at the stadium against Beverly.
Well, so, we love doing the football games.
Yes, we do. But you know something? There's a tournament game.
And we like to cover a little bit of everything.
We do. Yeah. So you're watching Revere TV. We're your source in Revere. And Tuesday night will be a big night for Revere TV because that's election night. But right now, we're not worried about politics. We're worried about, not even worried. We just want to see Revere play in a tournament and bring it to everybody out there.
But again, it's been really exciting. I mean, I wish we had an opportunity to get to the football game tonight. But I love being here with you and get to watch your daughter play. So this is nice for us.
This is her first day back from the injury, so we're going to see how that works out. Keith Correa, the best trainer in the world, wrapped her before she came here, and we'll see. So. The most positive thing that happened so far was that nobody kneeled down for the national anthem. this team has spikers. We don't have a lot of people that spike.
Right.
Valentina is supposed to be a spiker, but I think she's a little afraid of getting hurt. Of course, she's our Division I recruit, and she got a scholarship to Niagara University for basketball. So I think she's a little bit hesitant to go way up and spike. Okay, Revere's down 1-0. Okay. Arlington is setting the ball. It's out. That's out. So it's 2-1 Revere, but that's inconsequential this early, Mike. I became a volleyball ref this year and learned a lot about the game. And one thing I'm concerned about it, I'm not concerned, but last night I worked the game at Hamilton Wenham. I was the flag guy. I was the line judge, and there are no line judges here, and I thought there was supposed to be. And it's probably a money thing, because the line people get money.
Right.
Okay, that's Kiana Napolitano. She's played an excellent libero. And in case you don't know anything about volleyball, the girl in the different color shirt on each team is called a libero. They can only play the back row, and they can substitute for anybody. Everybody else is a counted substitution. There's 18 substitutions for each team in the game. That's Amina. That's Tatiana Corviello. And one thing she does is she just pounds the ball and hits it out of bounds a lot. It has to control her strength. Good athlete. Well, it's 3-2. Goes into number 6.
And a block by Valentina.
No, Valentina's on the bench.
So we've got 4-2 Spy Ponders.
That's number 9, Grace Casofo. She moved to Revere from Italy and had some skills, and she's played the whole year. Okay, so goes to Emily. Over to Grace. Number 15 is Olivia Windsor. We're trying to get her to play basketball. Valentina has pleaded with her to play. She plays a good position in the middle and hits a lot of stuff back. That's a captain.
A great angle that you just hit that ball at too. So
well, they're serving really well. That's Joyce Oliveira. She's a captain, senior. Okay, that's out. So she serves out, and it's 5-4. And now here comes the Rotundo girl, Gabriella Rotundo. She's played well in spurts this year. Somebody has to cover that open space, Mike.
Right.
We've been having trouble doing that. You know, and some kids are hesitant to run to get to that spot. Like I'm stealing somebody else's ball. But you know something? They have to get to the open spot. It doesn't matter if you're stealing somebody else's shot. I'll tell you, Kiana Napolitano is a hell of an athlete. Gabriella saves the ball and gives Revere another life.
And a little
when all
shot.
3 girls are at the net, Mike, it leaves that spot open in the middle for something like that. Grace should probably play back a little. but I'm not going to coach. Okay, one of the Arlington girls hit the net, so it's a Revere point. And it's 7-5. Home team. Cannon Napolitano. It's going to serve. One of the Arlington girls hit the net again. I thought Valentina hit the net. But they said number 4 hit it, so it's 7-6. So serve too long. Mike, this is a better game than it used to be because every time you faulted, you just gave away the serve.
Right.
So it used to last all day. So now you fault, you lose a point. That's Gabriella. All right, it's a nice volley for Revere. Give the ball to Revere now. A 2-hit is when you don't hit it at the exact same time with both hands. You know, me being a ref, I didn't call a 2-hit all year because I can't really tell.
Right.
Some of these veteran refs, they can tell like a quarter of a second. So, well, that's a nice.
Yep.
That's a nice play. Maybe a little bit by mistake, but turned out to be a nice play. Okay, Emily can't be scared to go after those. She looks like she's moving okay. She hasn't come out of the game yet. Number 10 for Arlington. Holly Russell. There's Emily. Yep. That counts as a kill.
We'll take it.
And she's going to serve.
8 serving 9.
Yep. Oh, that was Emily. That was going out. That was going out.
I don't know if she could have got out of the way of it. It wasn't like above her head. It was like right at her.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so it's 10-8 Spy Ponders. That was a very good serve.
Very good.
Just over the net and then heading towards the floor. So Arlington leads 11-8. You know, don't let the 8 losses for Arlington fool you. They're in a tough league. They've lost to some great teams, like Lexington and those teams.
Yep. Who have a lot of programs for younger kids.
In the Middlesex League. Yep. A lot of those schools do. Okay, 12-8. The thing about volleyball is you can catch up pretty easily. You know, you can catch up pretty fast.
Yep.
So you're never really out of it. But getting down 5 points this early isn't a good thing. Now, if you hit an obstruction more than 18 feet above the floor on the first hit, it's a point for the other team. Timeout, Revere. And they have to settle in. I mean, they played some great games this year. They beat a good Wakefield team. They beat a good Swampscott team. They beat a good Classical team. All those teams made the playoffs.
Yep. Timeout's a 1 minute long.
No, timeout is a minute and 15 seconds.
Oh, sorry.
This sport, and if any of my fellow refs are watching, a lot of them think just too much pomp and circumstance. And I mean, last night, every timeout, I had to stand on the dotted line next to the ladder during the timeout and then walk all the way back to my position. It's just they got a lot of rules that don't matter. I mean, the way you point at things, nobody would ever know unless you knew what you were supposed to do. 14-8. Need 25 to win. This girl has a great serve.
Yeah.
That's Kiana Napolitano.
Hits the ball on the way in the back. They snuck up a little bit.
Yep. Here comes Valentina Pepic. If she's not Athlete of the Year at the end of the year at Revere High School, that's out. So now it's 14-10. You start creeping back because kids hit it too hard. You know? That's DiGiulio over to Grasafo. Yeah, that's a lousy call. That's just a lousy call. That's a call that he makes just to make a call, those 2 hits. Call one against Arlington earlier. Those are wasted calls. There you go. Revere keeps it alive. See, the big girl, Olivia, she does deflect a lot of shots that start going over there. That's out. So it's 15-11. So far, it's a pretty even match. Looks like Emily's ankle's holding up. Thank God. With basketball coming up in 3 weeks.
Yeah, we need to be healthy for that.
She hit the net.
Yep.
Oh, you know something? That's another bull call when it does like this. You're supposed to hit it over the net, but I don't make those calls. Let the kids play.
So her hand was over the net? Is
Yes.
that?
Yeah. All right, it's 15-12. See, number 3 gambles on it going out of bounds. If it's that close, don't gamble. Go after it and get it. You can't gamble on it going out. You got to be prepared. That's out. Okay. So if you know it's out, let it go. So Emily has developed into a pretty good volleyball player, and she only started playing because your daughter was playing. Because she was obsessed with Allie when she was a younger kid. And she decided to play this sport, and she loves it. That's out.
I tell you, Allie loved it too. So it's a great sport, Peter.
Yep.
It really is. I mean, to say we had 2 injuries to 2 of our better players, injuries don't happen all that much in volleyball.
Okay, 17-14.
So
I think Revere's holding their own with a team that's better, probably. You know? But nothing like Danvers that we played. Danvers shut us out. I mean, they didn't shut us out in every set, but that's it. It's good teamwork, good setting. That's out.
yep.
So now it's 17-15. And now you got a good front 3. Emily in the middle, 6'2" Valentina, and Grace.
And
Number 3 can't sit there and not move towards the ball. You have to move from your position. The back people can't step in front of the front people to hit the ball, but you can leave your area. That was a nice spike by Emily, but okay, they're down by 4 again. It's a fast game too, Mike. It's a fast game.
no, it doesn't take long to play. So
Good set for Valentina. Good reaction by Valentina. That's out. So it's 20-15. Excuse the buffoon sitting next to us.
Yeah.
No class, sitting next to TV microphones and howling like a West Virginia fan. Okay. Number 7 is their best player by far. Good spiker. She's only a junior. But Revere's down by 6. See, Valentina needs to jam it down somebody's throat. That's how. Oh! That might have just hit the line, Mike.
Yeah. Tough to call from up here, but
22-15. Revere gave up 5 or 6 points in a row. See, Valentina can't do that.
right.
3 people bunched up in the same area. First team to get to 25, and you have to win by 2. So this is game point serve for Arlington.
Yeah.
Going to call 2 hits.
Yeah.
I don't see. I would never call a 2 hit to end a set.
Right.
Let them play it out. Let it go out of bounds. Let somebody miss it. But a 2 hit to end a set, I have never called it. You know, this guy wants to be the show, not run the show.
Well,
And there's a lot of guys like that.
It was still a good first set for Revere.
Yeah,
No matter how we
yeah.
slice it and dice it, right? So I mean, it's a very good Arlington team. So we're
Well, Arlington's got spikers and servers more than Revere does. And when you got
Yeah.
spikers and servers, you're the better team.
yeah, that's really it, right? I mean, if you hit the ball that hard, you're going to win a lot of points, and that's exactly
You know,
what
that
they
number
did.
7 serves the ball an inch above the net. And one time it hit the net. Those are the serves that score more often than anybody. We had a great server last year when, who was that girl, Samantha? I forget what her last name was. She was a captain, and against Lynn English, she served 19 points in a row. It was 19-0 before Lynn English had the ball, got to serve. Forget what her last name is, but she's the girl that went to the Nationals for throwing the javelin last year.
Ah,
So a good player, and we missed her. Now next year, Valentina will graduate, and Tatiana will graduate, and Joyce, and Christina Restrepo, and I don't mean any disrespect, but we're not going to be very much weaker than we are now because the Anderson girl
yep.
got taken up to varsity for the tournament, and she's going to be good. And a couple of other players got taken up to the varsity. They probably won't get to play today unless we're getting blown out in the 3rd set. But that's the whole thing about volleyball, Mike. You're never really getting blown out. I mean, if it's 15-1,
Right.
you don't have a good chance of getting back, but you could.
Right.
You know, you could. It's a
All
game
right.
of runs.
We're back here for the 2nd set.
Yeah, you're watching Revere TV, your source in the city for everything sports, politics, old movies. Love to watch the wrestling on Wednesday nights and Saturdays. So, Revere's down 1-0. I wouldn't say they got blown away. you know.
No, but they were in the set right up until that little 10-1 run. Yeah,
That's right.
So, Spy Ponders the serve.
Number 10, Holly Russell. Arlington has only 2 seniors. And I know what they got on their mind. We pummeled them in the basketball tournament last year. Okay, she's got a sophomore in there now. What's her name? Let me take a look. That's Devna Langart. Emily, go after that ball, Emily. You're a junior captain, for God's sakes.
Oh, she got a call for help there.
Yep. Devna's sister, Immaculate, ran track for me. They're both great, great kids. So, one of the JV players did get a chance to play. That's Restrepo. Over to Pepic. Emily D puts it right back in their faces. I think that was her.
May have been Valentina. It's tough for us to see here.
Might have been. I didn't catch it. And that's something that aggravates me more than anything else, faulting on a serve.
Let's go, Hannah!
3-1 Arlington. Pete DiGiulio, Mike Hinojosa. From the ancient Arlington Gymnasium. Valentina gets it over. Don't be afraid to get your uniform dirty. You're going to dive on the floor. It's called a dig. Emily straying from the position in front of the net. So it's 4-2, and this is the way it can change, Mike. Revere, and this is the way it happens. By the way, word to the wise out there, Ben DiGiulio's home from Syracuse for the weekend. Lock your doors. Pull your daughters in. That was a great...
Wow, what a great dig right there.
That was a great play.
Yep.
But as Revere was down 4-0, now it's 4-4 before you can blink. But they have to sustain. Revere hasn't been able to sustain these leads. They were up against Winthrop earlier this year.
Yep.
2 hits. This guy is stuck on 2 hits. Put your fingers someplace where the sun don't shine. 2 hits. Like he's got eyes enough to see 2 hits. He's done it to both teams so far.
Wow.
Kiana Napolitano. So here's where you start. 4-0, 4-4. Now it's 6-4, and Revere has to come up with a few points now. You know. They're calling out of rotation against Revere. This guy doing the game is just one of those guys that, like I said, wants to be the show and not run the show.
Yep. Well, Revere's going to call
I run into a lot of them, Mike. I run into a lot of them. I worked with a guy last night that did our game at Beverly. And let me tell you something. He must have called 6 lifts And a lift means that you didn't pound it over the net, that you kind of eased it over the net.
Yep.
It's a hard one to call. He must have called 6 or 7 against us. And every time they call those things, it's a point for the other team. You're watching Revere TV, we're bringing you V-ball tonight. Do you think Allie could have played volleyball at Assumption?
I don't think so. Well, I don't know. She said she went to a game the other day. She thought she could have played, but
Yeah. Okay,
But-
Tatiana Carviello's in the game. She's a basketball captain. You know, when Revere's out of rotation, that's a coach's thing
yep.
because she should notice. Tatiana has to think before she hits the ball. She's one of the better athletes on the team. But you got to think how you got to hit it with your hand.
Yes.
Like she does. Now, if I was a 2-hit guy,
Yep.
I would have called it on that girl right there, that Arlington girl, when she hit it over the net. I thought that was a 2-hit in my mind. But it's so hard to call. It's so hard to figure it out. If I was on the ladder, I would have called a 2-hit there.
Peter, we're going to need a side out here desperately to get back into this game. I mean, now it's 10-4. It's starting to get away from us
Well,
again.
what we need for this ref not to break momentum. And that's what they do. They break momentum. You got a couple of things going. It was 4-0, then it was 4-4, then it was 6-4. Then he called a rotation thing. Then he called a 2-hit thing. And now you're behind by 4 again. A lot of times the ref breaks the momentum. I tell you, I'm not overly impressed by this Arlington team. It's just that we're not playing the way we can.
Well, again,
So,
if we're not banging the ball down, Peter, it's tough to win a lot of those points.
well, we're just down 6. Now we're down 3. Cut the lead in half. Out.
But 3 of those 8 points have been either Arlington hitting the ball out or the serve, right? So we can't win enough points by just throwing it back to them
No, you're right.
because of stuff like that. Like, we have to be able to do that. That's the one way we can keep the momentum or get the ball back to
But
us
see,
serving.
That ball was a point by mistake. That was a missed hit
Right, well,
by her. That was a missed hit that found its way over the net. Still a point. Emily, that's a faux pas on her part,
Eliza!
hitting the ball out of bounds, and now they're down 4 again.
Wow.
I tell you, she's a good player.
Let's go, Eliza!
That's Amina Imbrasevic. And all season long, she just can't judge how far away the net is. So Arlington's helping us out a little bit by serving it into the net. And now we have to get a couple of points. Joyce was our best server for a lot of the season, and then she fell into that's Emily
Good save
digging
by
it out.
Emily.
That was a great play. That was a great play by their libero. Now Revere's down 5 again.
Let's go, Erica!
Hit the line.
I thought it hit the line too. And those are the little things that throw you farther behind. Now we're down by 6 again. It was 10-4, so we made up no ground. You know, over the net, hit the net, go in. I mean, that's. Here's Grace.
That was a great block.
Yeah, that's
Olivia
Windsor.
Oh,
Okay.
10-15 Revere.
Rotundo's
Spy
going to
Ponders.
serve. It was 15-10 last game, too. And we started falling back a little bit farther. See, they got some good setters.
Well, that set was actually terrible, but she threw it into the arms of the blocker and then got a point. 16-10 Spy Ponders.
Yep. Well, they still got 9 points to win. Somebody on the Revere team has to develop a spiking game. I mean, Emily.
There we go.
Emily does spike. She might be their best spiker. She's got some lift, and she's not afraid to hit it. Valentina, obviously, is 6'2", but she's afraid to go up and come down on her ankle.
Well, from a technique standpoint, Peter, they don't back themselves up far enough. Like they try to jump straight up. I mean, you know, the running jump with power is where we want to be at. So.
Okay, Holly Russell serving. That's the third out of the last 4 serves that Arlington has served into the net, and those are gifts. You don't have to work for those. You don't have to work for those. This girl, Grace, has been a good server all year. Okay. That's Valentina slamming it back in your face.
Yep.
Over to Grace. Grace gets it over the net. And that's Amina pushing it back.
Wow.
So,
Great
we
job
get a couple of pretty good plays out of people, and now we're down to 4 again. Comes Grace. That was a smart placement of the ball. So Revere's down 18-13.
Let's go, Hannah!
And this girl's their best player. So when she serves right above the net, she's a very good server. See?
Yeah.
She didn't get it above the net that time, but that's what she was aiming for. 18-14. DiGiulio's going to serve. She gets invited to serve. Gets it over. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What was he calling?
He called the net.
Oh! He anticipated that. He called that before it even happened.
Well, he had called it before. That
Yes.
was, and he blew the whistle.
And they didn't give the point.
Well, they let him keep playing.
See, there's a first ref, and we got a JV player in the game. Lindsay Anderson, great kid. Okay, that was a good reaction by Valentina. She just hit it out of bounds. She didn't use power at all.
Yep.
It was the power of the ball that hit her hand.
Well, 2014.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
You got to hit it with two hands from that spot. I can't show you.
Yep.
All right, 21-14. That's a freshman mistake, but
That's okay.
that's fine.
She's probably a little nervous.
She's a good player. She'll be varsity all year next year. And she comes back and does something great. Now they're going to listen to the fans. If he didn't see it, they're going to do it over.
Well, if he didn't see it, why would they do it over? They won the point. If he didn't think it hit them.
They're going to give the point to Revere. They're going to relax. It's fine. None of your kids died. Don't worry. What a buffoon next to us. That's it. Okay, got a good volley going. 23-15. There goes Valentina out. She doesn't play the back row. Number 3, Eliza McKissick.
Oh, that's a great serve.
All right. This is Revere's MO, Mike. They keep it close into the teens, and then they kind of fade.
Go, Eliza!
Over. That's the
And
second.
that's the end of the second set. Spy Ponders 25,
Emily
Revere
needs to pull it
15.
in. Yep, 25-15 second set, so Arlington's up 2-0. And, you know, Revere has a third game, always got a chance. Arlington's definitely the better team.
Yes, they are.
But you can't not be there. You can't fill a spot. You can't serve into the net. Those are things that put you behind. Then you get this idiot on the, well, I shouldn't call him an idiot, but you got this guy on the ladder who actually helped us because that did hit.
Yep.
I saw it. Last night when I was at Hamilton Wenham with the flags, I was a line judge. I was at the far right-hand side of the court in the corner, and I'm in charge of the serve line, I'm in charge of the back line, and I'm in charge of the whole sideline. And there's somebody diagonal to me. There was a hit by Hamilton Wenham that just caught the line, and I gave them the point. You know, and I was booed loudly by the crowd at Hamilton Wenham, the Tewksbury people. But then after the set, the guy that I was reffing with said, that was an excellent call. He said that hit the line. So here's Ben, my buddy Ben DiGiulio. He's home from Syracuse, the barstool guy. I look forward to him coming home.
It's nice to have your kids home.
Yeah, Ben, what's up?
What a game, match, whatever it's called. What a sport.
I mean, Revere, I was telling Mike, has this MO. And the MO is they keep it close until it's 13 or 14 points. And then they lose it.
I've very limited knowledge of the sport. Arlington has great serves, great girls.
They have servers and they have killers. We don't have either.
We could have killers. We got 2 6-foot girls up there. I don't know. I mean,
Well, I was telling Mike, and not because she's your sister, Emily's the best. Emily's the best killer on the team.
I don't know what a killer.
No, Emily's the best spiker, not killer. You know, she goes up and she hits it hard.
I wish they had guys volleyball.
Valentina is afraid to go up because she doesn't want to come down on her ankle. And I don't blame her. She loses $250,000 if she breaks her ankle. And that's literal. Well, one thing I'm happy to see is that Emily hasn't come out of the game yet, so her ankle must be. Our boy hasn't played yet, Mike. We have a boy on the team this year. I keep forgetting his name. His name is Chris, but I don't know his last name.
55.
Yeah. Oh, Bill Ayers. R.H.S. Okay, it's Grace. All right. Inauspicious start by hitting the net with the first serve. But you got a long way to go. I'd like to see Revere win one set. Okay, both teams, that was going out, 2-0. Sometimes they're over-aggressive. I believe that when Allie was a senior, we played #1 seeded Needham, and we took them to the third set, and we went overtime in the third set. We ended up winning. The third set is only the fifth set. The fifth set is only 15 points.
We may have played their third stringers in that.
Do you remember that?
I do.
No, I'm not sure we did because they won the first 2 sets, and we won the next 2 sets, and then we had to go to the 5th set, and that's a 15-point set. I think we won it. I think we lost it 19-17. If we had pulled out that 5th set, somebody there said it would have been one of the biggest volleyball upsets ever. That's a nice dig by Emily. But this girl, number 7, can serve the ball. It's the third set in a row. We're down 4-1.
Right.
That was good hustle on Amina's part. And she just hit a little bit out of bounds. So it's 5-1 Revere. They're down 2 sets. This is Mike Hinojosa and Pete DiGiulio. That's out.
And just a ghost on the camera tonight, folks.
So if it's not focused, don't blame us.
Sorry for the single shot, but
that's all right. We decided to do this. Valentina serves. It's 5-2. And now all 3 sets have been like this. Arlington went ahead by 3 points at the beginning of the set, and then Revere came back and made it closer. Valentina has to hit it harder than that. Okay, the libero, number 31 for Arlington, is going to serve. And that's a good serve by her. All right. Tatiana comes up, gives it a hit.
just finds nobody home in the middle.
Yeah, nobody's home, that's right.
Yeah.
You can't leave that gap. They need a Oh, that's a nice play by
yep.
Grace.
Keeping it alive.
Yep. It's a nice play by Olivia.
Called 2 hits.
And he calls a 2-hit on them finally. I didn't see it. 7-4. I don't know if the girl next to us is going to yell any louder than. That's it. That's Olivia hitting it back over. It's out. All right, 7-5. Here we come. Comes Grace. Here comes Joyce. And if she serves the way she has earlier in the season, we're going to be okay. You got to hit it with both hands. You can't just hit it with one hand, go out of bounds. Emily dug it out. I know it was not a perfect dig. Okay, 8-5, 3 points. Out.
Yep.
So Arlington certainly is not error-free. I mean, they've served at least 5 or 6 out of bounds. They've served 3 or 4 into the net.
No, they're certainly going to have to play better if they want to beat somebody else after this.
Well, I think the next round of the tournament.
Yeah.
That's a great dig by De Libero. And indecision by 2 of our players. It fell right in between them. It's like a pop fly in baseball, Mike. You know, who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? I think you're going to get it.
Right.
You think I'm going to get it. And the guy's on second base before you know it.
It's all about communication.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because when you say that, you know, there's always that guy who's always running in front of you, or a girl, you know, taking other people's shots. But you know what? The ball never falls when that guy's in the game or girl's in the game.
He's always going for it. See, that number 7 is
She
a
just
great.
kills the ball, right?
She's a great spiker. We don't have anybody on our team that can match a spike like that.
I tell you what, though, Kiana's got such nice soft hands that she, you know,
Yeah.
sends the ball right up to the.
No, she does. She's a very good player. Same. Open space, falls to the ground. Nobody makes a play for it. I love these girls. I love this team. Very little communication on the floor. And that's not something that the coach can correct. The girls have to correct it. So 11-7. Still a game. I know that look on Emily's face. She's disgusted. She's like me, hates to lose.
Oh, there's the Valentina that we need.
That was a good diving attempt by
Yeah, it may have skipped off the ground.
She's played great.
She really has.
Now that's called a pancake. If your hand is on the ground and the ball hits your hand,
Yep.
that's called pancaking the ball. Valentina knocks it out of bounds. And I've read this book before, Mike. It's 12-8. You know, when they get into the teens.
Yep, it's 13-7. They posted the score on the wrong side.
Well, it's even worse. But this is where we start going downhill. That's number 7. She has at least a half a dozen of those. That's Hannah Summers. She's a junior. That would have been a borderline out. So I'm glad that she saved it.
There's nobody there in the middle of the floor.
Nobody helps her. I mean, that's an adjustment that you have to make.
I got a feeling like that middle, she should be up.
Comes Lily Dell'Iacono. That's how. See, when you hit the ball that good, if you just hit it a little bit harder than you did before, it's going to go out. Or a little bit higher. She's hit it that hard before, but it hit the floor.
Yeah.
Here comes Grace.
15-8 Spy Ponders.
We've seen that before. Two hits.
I think Emily wanted to spike it, and then she decided to put it back up Valentina, and then.
Let's go, Holly!
Yeah, that was a legitimate two-hit. That was a nice get. That was just a whiff.
Yeah,
that's all.
She couldn't decide which hand she wanted to hit it with.
Yeah. Comes Emily D, down 7.
9 serving 16.
Yep. They've had 3 or 4 of them too, Mike. Hit the net and go over. There's nothing you can do about that.
It's I got to tell you, it's great to see Natasha Icavello sitting on the bench.
She was a spiker. When she played with your daughter, they were feared in the league. Girl just hits it with a little too much oomph sometimes.
All right,
now
Valentina's back in the game. Yep, 10 serving 17.
Well, good dig, hit the seal, and somebody should have responded. You had 3 seconds to get there. Again, the middle.
Yep.
As Emily goes out of the game for the first time, 19-10. Must be a dozen points.
Just
and it's not Kiana's fault. There's nobody that goes over there. Somebody has to be responsible for stepping in front of her. So it's 20-10. It's all over but the shouting. I'm surprised he didn't call 2 hits on that. This Dodo. Oh, that's a nice.
Wow, what a good effort right there. What a great effort. Oh, we got 21 serving 10, Peter.
Yep.
When you set it to the other team, Peter, that's just gonna,
exactly.
That's just going to happen.
Yeah.
Nothing they could do there.
No communication.
But you know, at the end of the day, Arlington's just a better team right now. But I think we're going to start working on building a program.
I think we're a work in progress, Mike.
Yep. Well, again, we got to get this game into the middle school, Peter, is what we really have to do, and start teaching these kids long before they get to the high school. I mean, this is
maybe we could do something through the rec department.
No, we're trying. We're trying right now.
Okay,
And
it's
we're at-
match point.
Yeah.
Kiana, if I had to give out a game ball, I'd give it to her today.
She's been all over the floor, Peter. I mean, kid's just an athlete.
Game, set,
That's it, baby.
match. So, Revere loses to a better team, Mike.
Oh, no
They don't
doubt.
move on, but I'm willing to bet that Arlington moves on, and if they made the same kind of mistakes, serving long and stuff, they're not going to be in the tournament much
Right.
longer either.
They got some stuff. They got some stuff to fix, right? You know,
They'll be
I mean,
fine.
Arlington moving on. I mean, they have to fix
Yeah.
some stuff. If not, they're going to run into somebody else, right?
They'll be fine.
So, but
So, Arlington makes amends for the beating we gave them in basketball last year in the tournament. Beat them by 37.
right.
So,
Hey, you know what, Peter? It is what it is. But I tell you what, I enjoyed coming here to Arlington, doing the game with you, getting to see them play. So that was.
you wrap it up. Revere ends up 10-10. Arlington's 13-8, and they move on. And they deserve to move on.
Right.
They were good. You know?
We could almost make it back in time for the football game at this rate.
I think so. You're right. I think I might try to do that. So, from Arlington High School, the final score was Arlington 3, Revere 0. They held their own for the most part. You know, they didn't get blown out of any set. It wasn't like 20-5.
Yeah.
But they couldn't sustain, and that was their problem all year. And that's what Coach O'Hara has to do before next year. So, final game of the season, Revere goes down 3-0 from Arlington High School. It's Peter DiGiulio
Mike Hinojosa.
saying good night, and please hug and kiss your children.
Good night, folks.